Chelsea might actually win the league next season. Now, most of you are going to think that is a crazy thing to say or that is far-fetched, but it is not really. Right? I'm going to talk about teams that I think are going to be in a position to win the league next season. Now, I'm going to start with Chelsea, right? Now, with Chelsea, I'm not going to lie. The signing of Morgan Rogers is a very, very big signing for Chelsea. It's a huge, signing for them, especially in that left wing position. I don't think last season they had anything close to the quality of, a left winger that should be playing for a club like Chelsea. Now, this is going to be funny, or as funny as this might sound. Last season, at the beginning of last season, I made this statement about Chelsea. And it's funny that I'm still going to make the same statement about them, despite what they went through last season. I don't think Chelsea have the defensive line to win the league. I don't think they have enough depth to win the league. Right? Let's go through the Chelsea back line. Rhys James injury prone. They don't have a top class centre back at all. Fofana is not top class for me. Cowell is not top class for me. And they've lost Cucurella, who I believe was one of the closest thing to a top class defender they had. And it don't look like doesn't look like they're going to replace those players, or even though they are going to replace them, I don't think there are good enough qualities out there to replace those players, right? I don't think there's good enough quality, a player that you can bring into the Chelsea backline, and that player will guarantee clean sheets or top quality performances. So I think there are 3 or 4 defender shots. I mean, top class defender shots, and I think there are 2 or 3 midfielder shots. Now, Joao Pedro is a very good striker. Is he a striker that can win the league for you? We are going to have to wait and see. Now, for Man City, I think Man City are going under the radar. People are not really talking about Man City, maybe because of Guardiola not being there anymore. They forget that they still have a crop of players that can win. They have Haaland, they have Doku, they have Rodri, who just won the best player of the World Cup. They have Czechia, they have quality players, proven winners in that squad. Yeah, people are not talking about them. Plus, they're bringing in a player like Elliot Anderson, who I think was one of England's best performers in the World Cup. So I think Man City, to me, are one of the favourites to win the Premier League next season. No matter them not having Pep Guardiola, I think Maresca, his time at Chelsea proved that he has the elite mentality to take any team close to winning a major trophy. For Liverpool, I believe Liverpool are a long way off from winning the league. Now, don't get me wrong, things might take a drastic turn. Nobody expected them to win the league the season before, but I still think there are few player shots, there are few midfielder shots, and they need cover for Konate. Now, Konate had a very poor season last season. That is a fact. But I still think they're going to need somebody to help Van Dijk out. Van Dijk is declining. He did not have a very good season last season. So I think that they still need a top class centre back. They need a quality right back. I don't think they properly covered the Trent Alexander position when he left last season. Frimpong for me is nowhere close. And I still think they need a good left back. Kekes is still getting there. He's still a very young player, but he's not a win-now player. I think they need a midfielder. They need a left winger. They need cover for Salah that is leaving. I still think there are few player short. I mean, quality player short, right? Now, for Arsenal, one can say they are in the best position of winning the league next season because one, they are the reigning champions. Two, they still have their core players. I think they just sold only Trossard, but I still think that to take it a notch higher, they need to bring in qualities. They need to bring in, they need to raise their ceiling. Like I mean, the kind of players they have, at their depth. I still think they need a top quality left winger. I think they need cover for Saliba, who's been injured, and Ben White is likely going to be sold, and Timber is still nursing an injury. So I think they need one defender, one left winger, and a centre back in order to really, cement their place as the favourite to win the league. Now for Tottenham, despite the players they've signed, the amount of players they signed, the quality of players they've signed, I still believe Tottenham still have so much. They have so many problems, right? One, they have this history of injuries, and the amount of players they had injured last season, they'll be coming back. They will need time to reintegrate those guys. Those guys will need time to hit top form, and they've signed Tonali, who I believe is a top quality midfielder, and Matheus Fernandes, who I believe has the potential to be one of the best midfielders in the league. But I still think they need defenders. Right? Don't get me wrong, Romero and Van der Beek, we know we are used to those guys, right? We know they have mistakes in them. And for a top side, I don't think any top side can go on to win the league with those kind of defenders. Now, don't get me wrong, they can do it. They brought in Senesi. I think he's a very good defender, but is he a defender that can win the league? You still have to see, right? Now, people are not talking about Manchester United. Personally, I believe Man United are 3 signings away from potentially winning the league. Right? I believe Man United need a top-class left winger. They need a top-class centre-back. And they need a top-class defensive midfielder. If Man United can get those 3 players on board, I mean quality players on board, trust me, they're not far off from winning the league. Now, among those teams, I'm going to rank them according to how I think they are possibly going to win the league. I think Arsenal are going to be favourites. Man City are going to follow Arsenal. I think Man United is going to be third. Liverpool, then Chelsea, and then Tottenham. That's for me. I think it's my prediction of who are going to win the play. I think the team is going to win the league next season.